You're simply starting, put your finger inside the earlobe on each side till you can't hear any sound around you, just gently. And then on the count of 3, make a humming sound in the back of the throat. This is called the Brahmin or the bumblebee. It's for clearing the mind before meditation. It also works if you've had a busy day and just want to relax and disconnect for a moment. So with 3 hums, the breath in between each one, follow me, my lead, and we'll go from here. I'm close to the camera just for the audio because it's a little bit more specific, but really you can just be in your chair for this, that's fine. So 1, 2, and 3. See, very simple. It's like having a bumblebee inside your head, and well, it works very effectively, I think. Instead of uncluttering the mind and just setting it a bit more free. So, let's follow the calm. Now we will be working on something to reactivate the eyes. Maybe you have tired eyes, or you wake up feeling with tired eyes still. This is called palming. And what you can hear, or what you can see, is I'm just rubbing my hands together until they become warm. Also very good on a winter day, or you want a little warmth in the fingers. But the purpose of this is we're heating up the palms. Close your eyes, and just the palms over the eye sockets. Keeping good posture, again, yogic breathing through the nose the whole time. Feel that heat stimulating the outside of the eye sockets, getting some circulation going there. This is a very good practice. This is something you can do anytime you like, at any time of day, really. When the hand starts to cool, when you don't feel the heat anymore, then we rub again, like such. And again, touching the hands. You can stay seated in your chairs. Just for the camera, I come a little bit closer, and for the audio, wait until the hands are cooling, and then remove them from the eye sockets. So that seems pretty good. And now for a third time. Holding there till the hands cool. And there we go. I close the door. As you can imagine, sometimes there's exterior distractions. One has to just make the space comfortable and do everything you can to enjoy your practice, your yoga practice. Now the next one we're going to do, I really like synchronizing the breath with movement and yoga. And just because we're sat here in a chair doesn't mean we can't do that and enjoy that. So this one is called the cow and cat. So basically it works with the arms being extended, going back in a cat, and forward for the cow. When you come back into the cow, you're inhaling, looking up, chest forward, shoulders back, abdomen opening, let the oxygen in, filling up, and then you're straightening the arms. Notice I have my fingers here just on the inside of the thighs, below the knee. Straightening the arms, looking down, shoulders are going up like a cat, stomach or abdomen is going in, contracting for the exhalation. Take a moment to pause and come up again for the cow. I like to close the eyes, really focus on the movement with the breath. Inhaling, pause for a moment. Exhaling, coming back. Pause for a moment. Inhale, coming forward. Pause for a moment. Exhale, coming back. And last one. Inhale, coming up. Really inflate that abdomen with air. Pause for a moment. And now release. Straighten the arms, shoulders back. Exhale, cat. Pause for a moment. And now let's just come back to sitting. Let's do a salutation to align a little bit the spine. Breathe in a little bit deeper. So raising the arms up in the air. Inhale. And exhale. Down to Samasthiti. Fingers at the side. Shoulders back. A grounding practice. Just stay here for a couple breaths. And now reaching up again. Inhale. This time, lace your fingers at the top. Really get them up there. Reaching up. And now while we're here, coming back down. Arms in front. And just turn the fingers the other way with the palms facing out. This is very good for the wrists. And while we're here, look and make sure you have room. In my case, I'm a little tight for space. But you can see I have my fingers here separated. Palms facing the floor. And just moving the fingers. I'm showing you. Just keep the arms at the side like a piano player. This I call sprinkles on cupcakes. And here we are, just moving the fingers, a little circulation there for the fingers. Go the other way, opposite direction. With yoga, there's always a counter pose. Go one way, then the other. This way we find the balance. Good practice for life as well. Now we're going to do a low lunge. So simply, so I'll turn a little bit just for demonstration purpose, but stay seated normally in the chair. You're just going to pull up to the knee and hold here for 5 breaths. Really concentrate, close the eyes. Maybe feel a little movement in the hip. It doesn't matter if your nose is touching the knee or not. You can have your foot relaxed, or you can flex it a little bit. Important thing here is the release on the upper leg, the thigh, the hip. Okay, one more breath here. Inhale with a pause. Exhale. And release the knee, laying the leg down. And let's, in between these postures, always try to do a sun salutation. So arms up again. Looking up. Fall forward this time. To wherever you're comfortable. Fingers on the floor. Coming up on the side of the chair, cobra, chest out, stomach inflated with air. Okay, and now let's do the other side, the low lunge. Just taking our fingers, lacing them together, placing just below the knee, shoulders in a good position, neck straight, eyes closed, focus on the breath. Now try to bring the knee a little bit closer to the nose a little closer to the knee. No objective in getting there necessarily, but just the intention and the movement idea and the visualization will help bring a bit of revitalization to this part of the body, the hips, the legs. And that's what we're here, that's what we're doing. A little bit of self-care. So another breath here. Inhale. And exhale. Okay, well, I'm just double checking because we're going to do a little bit of a new posture for the chair yoga. This one is called the goddess pose. So just double checking my writing there. Hand in the middle, arm up in the air, and simply turning around and leaning back, doing a little posture called the goddess. With the legs wide open, this is a twist. The next three will be twists. We're sort of really focusing here on the lower back as well, and the shoulders, a little bit of everything today. Closing the eyes, hold here for 3 more breaths. Inhale, exhale, pause, inhale, pause, exhale. Don't force to strain the neck. Exhale, pause, and last one, inhale, pause, exhale. Now we'll swing back around, but before we do, let's do another sun salutation. So legs together, reaching up, inhale, falling forward, exhale, coming back up, sides of the chair with the hands, cobra. Inhale, very similar to the cow that we just did. Exhale, perfect. Now legs separated again. This time right hand between the legs on the chair, left arm up in the air, and just gently turning around, casting that gaze over your shoulder. If you like, if you can, close your eyes, focus on the breath. Exhale, pause. Inhale, pause. That's 3. Exhale, pause. Inhale, pause. Exhale, pause. And last one. Inhale, pause, exhale. Fantastic. You're doing great. So, next one we're going to do is the, I call this just making a fist. Apologies for checking the notes today, but it's been a rather hectic day, and I want to make sure I get the sequence right for everybody and do everything we can to make this a nice practice. So hand out in front. Here we're just making a fist, thumb inside, and closing. When we do this, we're going to synchronize the breath. So it'll be inhale, closing, exhale, opening. That's 1. Inhale, open, closing, exhale, opening. Inhale, closing, exhale, opening. Inhale, closing, exhale, opening. And last one. Inhale, closing, exhale, opening. There we go. And you can be seated normally on the chair. I'm just doing this for demonstration to one side. Inhale, closing. Exhale, opening. Inhale, closing. Take a pause there. Slow it down, a little more calm. Exhale, opening. Inhale, closing. Exhale, opening. Two more. Inhale, closing. Exhale, opening. And last one. Inhale, pause. Exhale, pause. Fantastic. Okay, next one. Again, the legs are open, and we're going to do a little twist. Now, you have two ways of doing this twist. You can either, if you don't reach the floor with your hand comfortably, go on your forearm and twist like this. Or, the pose normally is suggested in this way, just coming forward with your left hand, fingers facing forward, right arm going back at the height that's comfortable for you, and looking over your shoulder. So let's see a hold here for 5 breaths, wherever you are, whether you're on your forearm and your knees, or your hands on the floor, whatever's comfortable. Inhale deeply, pause, exhale. Inhale deeply, pause, exhale. Inhale, pause, exhale. Last one. Inhale, pause, exhale. Okay, now gently put your arm on your knee. It's very important getting out of these postures. Just to do it carefully and slowly. Inhale as you're coming up. Legs together. Let's do a sun salutation before we move on to the other side. So reaching up. Inhale. Falling forward. Exhale. Fingers coming up the chair, to the side. Cobra. Perfect. And back to center, Samasthiti. Legs separated. And now again, this side. Arm up in the air, left arm. Right arm on the floor. Palm down. I'll demonstrate just doing on the forearm and the knees. But wherever you are comfortable, that's the best place to be. Yoga is about self-awareness and always having a smile. So looking up, make sure you have that smile. Breathing deeply. That's 2 breaths. Inhale. Pause. Exhale. Pause. Inhale. Pause. Exhale. Pause. Last breath. Always another breath afterwards. Inhale. Pause. Exhale. Okay. Now we're coming out of this posture. Again, legs together if they're not already. Remember when you're coming out of this posture, slowly inhaling, hands on the knees, one at a time. Now coming up, sun salutation. Looking up. Exhale. Falling forward. Coming back up, sides of the chair. Cobra. Chest forward, head back. Gently looking at the ceiling. Filling the abdomen with air. Pause a moment. And just relax now in Samasthiti. Fingers apart. Shoulders a good even stance. Eyes closed. Just feel some grounding here in the chair, feet in the floor like roots. And now we're going to do something called the boat. So, just holding the sides of the chair. Very simple. Just lift your legs off the chair, off the floor. So, I'm turning in just for the demonstration here. But wherever you're comfortable, lift your feet. If you can get your feet, depends on the chair as well. This one's quite creaky. But if you are comfortable and you have the balance, you can lift a little higher. If you're not, then just hold it even an inch off the floor. That's fine, no problem. Or a centimeter, whatever your measurement distance is. The important thing is you're doing a little bit of work here for the quads, for the abdomen, digestive system, by making this tension and lifting up, keeping the shoulders back, don't lean forward. And look, we're almost done just by talking through it. And that was boat pose. Now we're going to move on to the what I call knee to head pose. So it's very similar. It falls in line nicely just after the boat. We're in the same alignment, so we'll just go directly into this one. Grabbing the knee, coming up,